which he titled Forgery as State Policy. Tinubu, his cabinet, and the DSS must be held accountable. So, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is saying that what has been transpiring since in the countries, what transpired under following the resignation of the former Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Geoffrey Uchenaji, yesterday. Atiku said that Tuesday's resignation of Uchenaji, Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, has once again brought to light the deep moral crisis at the heart of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. What should ordinarily be a matter of national shame is now being disguised as voluntary resignation, an attempt to whitewash yet another scandal that typifies the forgery reading character of this government. Atiku Abubakar is saying that this shouldn't be taken lightly. According to him, it shouldn't be taken lightly. He said that this is yet another scandal. It is a shame in the Tinubu administration, according to Atiku Abubakar. In his post on X, the second paragraph, it reads, "Let the truth be told, Uchenaji should not have been allowed should not have been allowed the courtesy of resignation. He should have been summarily dismissed and prosecuted for deceit and falsification." We said this the other day when Peter Obi, we keep on clamoring on this.
Yes.
When Peter Obi raised this issue last week and said that anybody who is found wanting in certificate forgery, that person should be prosecuted. That person should be suspended.
Yes.
Should be suspended. And here, Atiku has also added his own voice. Atiku has lent his voice to the saga. Like I said yesterday, this will also witness another person, falsifying, forging certificates just to get attention, just for appointment. Atiku said that let the truth be told, Uchenaji should not have been allowed the courtesy of resignation. He should have been summarily dismissed and prosecuted for deceit and falsification. So he deceived Nigerians. Okay, he didn't just deceive the presidency, he deceived Nigerians, and he also deceived the whole world. Lying, telling the people that this is my certificate, whereas the university said that this man never graduated, never finished what he claimed to be. Atiku continued saying that by permitting him to quietly exit through the back door, the Tinubu administration has once again demonstrated that it is an assembly of forgers, an assembly of impostors, an assembly of morally backward individuals masquerading as public servants. This is coming from the vice president, the former vice president Atiku Abubakar, in his response to Uchenaji's resignation on Tuesday. We must begin to treat things like this. We shouldn't be treating things like this with levity. Yes. Because if we continue this to slide, another person again who will be given political appointment will still find something wrong about his certification. I don't know if you have anything to say.
Yes, I just want to say the president must just ensure that his appointees are the person of proven integrity.
Yeah.
Yes, because forgery is not a clerical mistake. It is a crime.
It's a crime.
It's a crime, and it must not be used for public office. It will not be used for public office. So we the Nigerians, we are demanding for investigation into credentials. Anybody that is appointing for the public office, they should get investigation about their credentials very well before appointing them into each post.
Yeah, it is very important because anybody who the president is nominating for the post of a minister, for ministerial appointment, it is the due diligence of the presidency. I don't know if there's a department for that. It is a due diligence of the presidency to make sure that, yes, of course, the person might be qualified for it.
Yes.
But the most important thing is is he really qualified? What were the process that led to his qualification?
Yes.
That is the most important thing. The process is the most important thing. We don't care if you are if you are fine or you are good looking for the job. It is not about your it's not about your looks. It is about how did you get this qualification. And the presidency, the federal government must make sure that a department is created for this in the presidency, to make sure that whoever will be nominated, or whose name will be forwarded for any political appointment whatsoever, that person's certificate must be thoroughly investigated. So that, because if we find out that this person has been given the ministerial appointment, and maybe 2 years after his appointment, and we are hearing some ugly stories, some ugly stories as regards to his certificate,
there will be distrust there
will be distrust. So integrity is the most important thing when you are coming to the public office. You must have integrity both in and out. So I will continue with Atiku's submission. He said that by permitting him to quietly exit through the back door, the Tinubu administration has once again demonstrated that it is an assembly of forgers, impostors, and morally bankrupt individuals masquerading as public servant, according to the former Vice President Atiku. He continued saying that what makes this even more embarrassing is that the same Department of State Services, which screened out Malam Nasiru El-Rufai for alleged security concerns, is the very agency that cleared this same character, Uche Naji. The DSS truly deserves our flowers for this national disgrace. Their failure of due diligence has made Nigeria an object of ridicule before the world and raises the question how many more of such individuals are occupying sensitive position in this government. This is what Atiku has said, that that same agency, the DSS, the Department of State Services, which screened, because I remember vividly when the names of people were forwarded to the National Assembly for screening. It was discovered that Malam Nasiru El-Rufai's name was flagged. The DSS raised some concern. The DSS said that Malam Nasiru El-Rufai cannot be. They objected his nomination after various investigation on him. That's the former governor of Kaduna State, the immediate past governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasiru El-Rufai. So El-Rufai was prevented from being screened was prevented from being screened following investigation by the DSS that that there's something fishy about him, according to Malam Nasiru El-Rufai, for alleged security concerns. So Atiku is saying that if the DSS could identify this particular individual, it is that same DSS that screened Uche Naji, and they didn't discover that his certificate was forged. So that means that the DSS also must have a lot of work to do in ensuring that people are properly screened. You go to their schools. If they claim that they are graduates of prestigious university in the country or in the world, it is the duty of the DSS to do research on it. Go to the school physically, ask the lecturers, ask the exam board, the admission board. This person claimed to be a graduate from your institution. Did he really graduated from your institution? Where are his if the university keeps record of exams carried out, the DSS should make sure that they see the name, the exams, the various exams that the exam record that he has carried out. So that is that. He also said that this episode is not isolated. It is a reflection of pattern, a rot that begins from the very top. The man who occupies the office of president, according to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has for decades been enmeshed in controversies surrounding his identity, age, and academic records, from the Chicago University saga to multiple contradictory claims under oath. The world has seen ample evidences that Nigeria today is led by a man who himself has been unable to credibly defend the authenticity of his certificate. According to Atiku Abubakar, when a man of questionable identity leads a country, deception becomes the standard of governance. Tinubu's personal history of alleged forgery and perjury has effectively institutionalized falsehood in public service. It is therefore usurping that his ministers and aides have taken after his examples after his examples of falsifying documents, inflating figures, and desecrating the moral foundation of our nation. So that is what Atiku is saying. So his recommendation, Atiku recommended that I therefore call for an independent, transparent, and comprehensive investigation into the academic and professional credential of all members of the Federal Executive Council. He's right. It is the right of Nigerians to make sure that whoever is in the Federal Executive Council, their certificates, all the credentials that were tendered during their confirmation and screening should be screened, should be investigated, so that we will not have another embarrassing report on Tinubu's, because this is very, very embarrassing. It is very, very embarrassing. It is very, very embarrassing. Imagine somebody in Donald Trump's case. It is a big shame. It's a big shame. So Atiku said his recommendation. He said that I therefore call for an independent, transparent, and comprehensive investigation into the academic and professional credentials of all members of the Federal Executive Council, beginning with the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself. Nigerians deserve to know the truth about those who preside over their lives and resources. It is true.
Yes.
In other climes, things like this are treated with high respect. Things like this, if you want to come into public office, the people in government in other climes ensure that every other thing, anything concerning you must be pure. It must be as white as snow. There shouldn't be any form of scandal. There shouldn't be any form of criminal records, in the past concerning you. So Atiku is right by saying this, that every Nigeria deserve to know the truth about those who preside over their lives and resources. He continues saying, until this cleansing is done, Nigeria will continue to sink deeper into moral decay, economic ruin, and global embarrassment. And the time has come to rescue our country from the grip of deceit and restore integrity to public life. Signed AA Atiku Abubakar. So Atiku Abubakar has been in his response and following the resignation of Uche Naji. Do you have anything to add to that? Okay, so
you said it all.
So Uche Naji resigned on Tuesday. Atiku said that this shouldn't just slide, just like every other persons who have been allegedly involved in certificate forgery. Like we outlined people who were allegedly involved in certificate forgery. The former Minister of Finance,